Dr. Mark Rosenberg of HowToStretch.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about an alternative viewpoint of pain. As a chiropractor, as a martial arts instructor, one of the questions that I always ask is, how come it hurts? How come I have pain? When's it going to go away? As if pain is really a bad thing. But the truth is, without pain, we wouldn't be here. When you touch a hot stove, if your hand doesn't burn and feel pain at the point of contact, you would leave it there and you would lose your hand. Instead, you feel an unpleasant sensation and you pull it back. That's a good thing. It keeps us alive. Most people equate pain as something bad. In Chinese medicine, they say the energy isn't flowing, it gets congested, and it builds and builds, and ultimately the owner of the body knows this sensation as pain. So in the other video where I talk about how to deal with a pulled muscle, there's a congestion of toxins, tight muscles, torn fibers, and it's translated as pain. Well, the emotional component of pain is like, let's say for example with a leg pull, oh, it hurts, I can't take it. That doesn't help the process. That's an emotional reaction to a physical condition. Okay, and that makes it worse. So what we want to do is we want to separate out what you're feeling. Okay, if it's a physical thing, address it. If it's an emotional thing, well, you may have different work to do. But sometimes an emotional reaction, negative, pain, to an already painful situation here, compounds it by tenfold. And that's really what we want to try and avoid. Pain can be a good thing. If you're lifting weights and working out and running and you feel a little sore, that's what people call that a good pain, but the body's repairing itself. Some things need more work. And we can't get away from pain. It's part of our world. If you think about every cell has a positive and negative charge. We have the day and the night. In Chinese philosophy and medicine, we have yin and yang, male and female. There's always pairs of opposites. Well, the opposite to feeling good is feeling pain. You can't have one without the other. So what happens is if you're feeling good in your exercise, you push a little bit too much, you'll go into that pain mode. The key is to find a balance and to find out how far you can push yourself, what your capabilities are, what your limits are, and work from there. Sometimes you have to do a workaround. Sometimes you have to push through. It depends. But for the most part, what I tell my patients is we have to feel pain sometime in our lives. There's no avoiding it. Pain is natural, and it's kept us alive, and we have to know how to work with it. And one of them is having an alternate viewpoint about what it means. Obviously, if I got poked in the back with something sharp and it was painful, and I could identify it, I would try and pull that out. Okay, but if I'm constantly doing an exercise that's constantly hurting me, but I don't exactly know the cause and origin of when it starts to hurt, I might have to do some research as well. I've had some patients that their jobs were painful from a stress point of view, or from how they sat at their desk, and we had to change things around to try and ameliorate their pain and give them a different viewpoint. And it's not that the pain doesn't go away. And by the way, when all the pain goes away, like I said in one of the other videos, and have overstretched, pulled, torn muscle in years, and then it happens. Stuff's going to happen. But if you have the resources physically, emotionally, and intellectually to deal with them, it's a lot easier to cope with that. Okay, so that's just a couple of viewpoints on pain, and feel free to shoot me any questions over at HowToStretch.com or right here on YouTube. Right, have a great day.